Please get ready for a dictation of transcription number 225 from Sir Kailash Chandra magazine. 5 seconds. Start. Mr. Deputy Chairman, I thank you for the courtesy. Our country is today confronted with so many catastrophes, difficulties, problems, and so many subject matters which we have discussed here and which we will be discussing later on. In short, our country has been facing so many problems and so many circumstances today. Thanks are due to the President for his historic and illuminating address. He has thrown light all round on all the aspects of things which took place the year before and which are existing before us today and which we will have to face hereafter. The President's address has received a historic reception not only in this house, but it has received a splendid reception outside also. There is no doubt that things which have been discussed in the historic address of the President are worth taking into very serious consideration, and after passing the motion of thanks, we will go out to act upon that. It cannot be denied that our country, in spite of our limited resources and so many situations which have been created since ages past, has progressed by leaps and bounds in various aspects and various spheres of life. There is no doubt about it that the President has kindly thrown the correct light over the development of the country in the various spheres. It is more than correct, and today it stands for us as a guiding and illuminating feature for our future improvement and future development. In view of the present developments, who can deny that our country, with its limited resources and with all the other limitations, has shown to the world that whatever it may be, we poor Indians have got the capacity, have got the courage, and have got the patience to develop our country. In a way, we are passing through various difficulties and various limitations. In spite of that, our capacity and our courage has not been daunted. We have not been discouraged. We are going on with speed on the road of progress, on the road of development. The President has rightly pointed out the advance made in the field of agriculture, in the field of industry, and various other fields and though these things have been enumerated with facts and figures, the data has been given, and now those things are before us and before the world to be seen and to be examined. But that is not enough. I would say that our country has suffered so much for centuries past in the various fields of development and various spheres of life, such as education, health, industry, agriculture, social and political aspects, and so many other things. Of course, that requires greater attention, greater energy, and greater effort to develop and develop to that extent till we have at least made up those deficiencies from which we have been suffering for ages past. I expected in the President's address at least one thing: the future development of the country, the future progress of the country cannot be in a greater and greater degree than what we have already achieved, unless we have one thing, and that thing is our national and emotional integration. Without such integration, we cannot do anything. Let me say, with regard to what was just being referred to by my various friends in the form of various vociferous tendencies and incidents in Assam and in other places. It is all due to lack of national integration. That much of national integration has not been developed as yet amongst us, that sort of national and emotional integration which will strengthen our hands, ये हो गई उस